By now, all of you have heard and seen what's going on in Brazil. Conservative Brazilian supporters of the recently ousted President Jair Bolsonaro, inspired by the January 6th insurrection 2 years ago here in the United States, just attempted a takeover of the Congress, Supreme Court, and presidential palace in the capital of Brazil. Almost 2 years to the day, under almost identical circumstances, these conservatives attempted and failed the same foolishness that we saw here in the U.S. And here's the thing. It looks so similar because they were literally coached by American conservatives. And several things need to happen now in this country. For one, Jair Bolsonaro, who is an urban bigot, should be deported and extradited back to Brazil. The man is literally hiding out in Florida, which is simultaneously wild and makes perfect sense at the same time. Of course, he would travel to the home states of Ron DeSantis and especially Donald Trump to hide from the responsibility. But the United States has an extradition treaty with Brazil and should send them right back home to face the consequences of what he caused. Secondly, an immediate investigation needs to be launched into the American conservatives that coached Brazil conservatives throughout all of this. They openly admit, publicly and privately, that they've been telling Brazilians exactly what to do to undermine faith in their elections and in their democracy. And Brazil should charge them so they can also face the consequences for what they have just caused. Fact is, it's bad enough it happened in the United States 2 years ago. The fact that they would be coaching and supporting something like this happening just because he happens to be one of Donald Trump's favorite world leaders is just as bad. But I'm not surprised at any of this, and we shouldn't be surprised. These are the same people who think that the people who were arrested, charged, put on trial, and are sitting in jail now for what they did on January 6, 2021, are innocent or patriots. That to me, should show me and should show all of you how dangerous these people really are. How far these people are really willing to go and how far they're willing to take this election lie. And now that it's gone global, it needs to stop. The world needs to see these people held responsible for what they have done. Now, according to my information, over 400 people have been arrested for the riots in Brazil. That's all well and good, but when are we going to go after the people who pushed those lies, who pushed those tactics? The ousted leader, Jair Bolsonaro, is one of them, is on the top of that list. And I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump is right, is a very, 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 very close second. I have no doubt that any Republicans, especially the MAGA, and you know who you are, had a hand in teaching Brazil to do this. Now, this might be acceptable in other nations. It should not be accepted in the nations with democracy. It shouldn't be acceptable in this country, in our country, the United States. But apparently it is. And it's got to stop. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.